And we're back with season 2 of A Queer Watches The Bachelorette. And the good news is that the Bachelorette is Rachel. The bad news is that the Bachelorette is Rachel, and that she deserves 1,000 times more than what I just saw on my screen over that painstakingly long session of watching an hour and a half on Hulu. Ooh. The good news is that I managed to lesson plan because I got observed today, so I was able to do that, and I ate dinner, and I put away all my laundry, which has not been put away since before I went to San Francisco, which was back in April. I've done laundry since then, but it has not been put away. And guess what? I have plans this weekend because it's Memorial Day to do a little bit of spring cleaning, clean up my closet, donate some of my clothes, recycle some of my clothes because I have way too much and I wear I wear 5 shirts a week, like same shirts. So there's really no need for that many clothes. What happened in this episode? The first episode's always so overwhelming. I never know who is who, and I I still don't. The only person I know is a person I hate to the core of my being, and I. This is why it's bad news that Rachel is the Bachelorette, because I think Rachel is as close to perfect as I've ever seen on a reality TV show. Um, but this is really it's gonna tear her down in my estimation, and I think I have a tendency to put people on pedestals, and I don't like it when they ruin my sense of who they are. Um, the fact that she chose the Waboom guy, I don't even think I have words for how awful he was. And I swear to God, if he lasts beyond next week, and if he says Waboom one more fucking time, I am going to fly to LA so quickly that I actually reverse the Earth's, rotation so that I can go back to whenever it was that they filmed this. And kill him because he's that fucking obnoxious. I do remember thinking several times throughout the course of this episode that heterosexuality is disgusting. The Bachelorette is like I'm all for it, right? Because I want there to be equality, and if we're gonna kind of pit women against each other to win a man, I do like that we're gonna pit a bunch of men together to win a lady. That appeals to me, like that sense of. But all of those men in one room, and they just need to one up each other, and they're all wearing the same suit. I will say at least this season is more diverse than ever, so at least the men that I'm going to hate are going to be of all shapes, sizes, and colors. So that's, I guess, good. I like it when my disgust towards people really runs the gamut of humanity. Um, I remember thinking that heterosexuality was really gross. Um, I, I at one point I did say out loud, I should become a separatist, like I should join the separatist movement, and not the Star Wars kind. The two people who watch this don't know what that means. That's fine. Actually, Kendra, you might know. You watch Star Wars. You might know what the separatists are. Um, Now I'm getting in a Star Wars hole. Where was I? Oh, I think that we should all separate. I think that not the races, the genders should separate. Or maybe just me. I don't really know what gender I am anyway, so I'm just gonna go into a corner somewhere where I don't have to deal with men. I don't know if I liked any of the guys. Um, I liked that one was from Detroit and he spoke Russian. Then there was that guy who spoke Spanish. I think he was the one who got the first impression rose, and his first kiss was like full on not attractive, I thought. I mean, not his face. His face was objectively attractive, I thought, but that kiss did not. Mm. Oh, there was the guy. Oh, Jesus. He was like a personal trainer or something, and he like kept going on and on about his like sex. He's a very sexual person because he has a lot of testosterone because he works out so much. And then he said something about how, but it's not all about sex, after like constantly talking about sex, at least the way they edited it. And then he was like, oh, but like there has to be something else there besides sex, because what else are you going to do the other 23 and a half hours a day? And I was thinking, dude, you just like totally. Here's the thing, if you talk a lot about sex, you're not having it, which is why I can talk a lot about sex because I am not having it. So that's just your forewarning for how blue I'm about to get. But he also undermined his complete argument. No, that's not the word, the order those words should go in. He completely undermined his whole argument. So 23 and a half hours. First of all, there's 24 hours in a day. I don't know, maybe he doesn't know that. But like if you're like banking or like trying to brag about your crazy libido, you've basically just said that throughout the course of the day, you're having sex for an equivalent of 30 minutes. And I'm sorry, but he also bragged about how good he was at it. He was like, in my last relationship, it was like so sexual. I went from like high school to PhD, something like that. I'm sorry, but no. If you're like the wildest thing you can come up with in your weird 24-hour thing is 30 minutes of sex, no. You're at the high school level. I mean, I don't know. I didn't have sex in high school. I don't know how high schoolers are doing it, and I don't want to think about it because gross. But a half hour? Are you kidding me? A half hour? I literally, like, I will make out with you for 3 hours before I touch you even beyond that. Like, what are you talking about? I've had sex that lasted, like, half a day. Like, without intermission. So, and I'm not even, like, I mean, I guess that's bragging. I don't know. I guess it depends on if you want to have sex for that long. It's a long time. I mean, half a day is a stretch. 12 hours is a long time. But I've had sex that certainly lasted into like the 4, 5, even 6 hour range. Like once. But like 4 hours isn't a lot, is it? So, what the fuck? Like, don't brag about your gross penis and your gross libido when you are like bragging about 30 minutes. Dude, come on. That was so gross. I don't like, and this is the problem I always have, I don't like the heteronormativity of this, which is crazy because I actually strive, I mean, I don't strive for it, but like it's not secret. Like what I want is a very heteronormative relationship. I want to be with one person and I monogamous, and I want us to pledge ourselves to each other and blah 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 blah, blah house and pets and kids. I want the heteronormative dream, but when I see it on TV with straight people, it bothers me. It bothers me when heterosexual people are heteronormative, but it particularly annoys me when women are. Like, I don't like that when Rachel talked to all her friends. Her crew, by the way, are just people from The Last Bachelor. Like, come on, Rachel, like, you have to have other friends. Like, Corinne is your BFF, please. Although it was nice to see that, I don't remember their names anymore. It was nice to see Raven. It was nice to see the Russian girl. Maybe Rachel can hook her up with that guy from Detroit who spoke Russian. Where was I? She was talking to, and they were just like, I know you like to be in control, but like, sometimes maybe that's not the way to go, and you're a woman. It's like, let the woman be in control. That's just how she is. Like, and if a guy needs to be in control in order to feel like a man, fuck him. Maybe you shouldn't be in a relationship with him in the first place. You know what I mean? And then, like, the firefighter just lifted her, like, without her consent, and I don't know, she seemed into it, but also at the same time, she seemed to be okay with that one guy making that joke back on the live show at the end of The Bachelor about how, like, he's gonna go black and never go back. So, I don't know. I feel like already my whole pedestal of Rachel is being sawed, but typically that occurs with me and Rachel's. So I'm bracing for impact here. I am excited that they're apparently going to go to Copenhagen, because I think I'm going to go there myself in August. I don't think I had any other thoughts, just that I'm disgusted by What Boom Guy, and heretofore I will not say that word again on this because I refuse to give him more press. Like, the 3 views I get on my YouTube videos really get him a lot of press. Rachel did look stunning, but she's stunning. And I just wish for more for her. She's good. Like, I don't know if she's good at her job. I can only assume, but Rachel, she's just a lot better than this. And I said it last Bachelor, and I'll say it again to her, Rachel Lindsay. No other Rachels, because I make healthy decisions. Just kidding, I don't. Oh my god, I'm so self sabotaging. I'm still available. I'm too type. Like, I will nurture the fuck out of you. I will suffocate you on accident. But like, you'll like it up to the point where you don't. My focus will be on you solely. I will, um, I'll just be there for you. And I will bring you things if you need them. I will listen to you speak and try to help you if you have a problem. I will be getting a haircut soon, so that's good, right? Right now I am to type wearing my Lavender Menace shirt that I'd made into a muscle tee because God forbid I'm less of a stereotype. I have a dog. I'll send you a lot of pictures of dogs if I like you. That's how I show that I like you. It's how I show my affection. Friendly or romantically. And I will, I don't know, go down on you for a couple hours. That's fine. I mean, it'll be longer than 30 minutes for sure. Like, I can guarantee you that. So just keep that in mind. I'm here. I'm queer. But if you are looking for heteronormativity, I want that in a relationship. So let's, like, queer our heteronormativity. Okay? So I don't know their names. So hope maybe next week I'll learn who the hell any of these men are. And some of my soul will be restored. Because that one guy who I hate to the core of my being, he really wiped out what little remnants are left of it. And when I tell you that I'm like at the bottom of my soul, like, existing, and like all I feel is rage, which is partially PMS and partially not PMS, and how I'm just sad all the time. So that guy didn't help. But Rachel's pretty face does. A little bit. So maybe I'll just watch it with the mute button on. Maybe I'll just watch it with the mute button on. Until next week.